In this video, I will show you how to add Yelp reviews to your WordPress website quickly and easily. The first thing that we need to do is open up Elfsight. This is the tool that we will be using to build the widget, and I've linked it in the description below. Go ahead and click on that link and it will take you straight over to this page. This link also ensures that everything connects properly when we embed it. From here, just enter your email into this box to sign up for free, and then on this next page, create your password. Just like that, we are signed up and ready to go. So now that we are signed up to Elfsight, we have access to all of the Elfsight widgets, and there is so many of these, so you might even want to play around with some once we have added the Yelp reviews widget. But the way that we do this is, rather than scrolling through, we can just go right to the top here into this search widgets bar. We want to click in and we want to search for Yelp. Right here, we can see Yelp reviews is going to appear. So let's go ahead and click into this. And we can now choose which template we want to start with. So we have a few different templates in here. We have like a badge that we can click on and then it opens at the side. We have like a grid view. We have a dark carousel. This is for dark websites. This one is for dark websites as well. But you essentially just want to flick through and we can choose which template we want to use. I'm going to go with this one. This is my favorite widget. It's the carousel widget. So once our template has been chosen, we can click continue with this template, and it's now going to ask for a source. So all we have to do to get your Yelp reviews and bring them into this widget is grab your Yelp business link. So to do this, we just want to go over to Yelp, and then we can click into this and we can find your business. So all we would do is we would enter in your business name, of course, bring up your business, grab the link from the top, and then all we have to do is paste it into here, and then this will bring your reviews in. So that's how we can get your reviews. We can then go down to layout and we can choose like which style we want. Once again, if we want a list style or a slider or any of these options, we can go down and we can change the width. We can change how many columns are in here. So we can go to custom and then we can set them up right there. We can choose how many rows we are going to use. So if I change this to 2 rows, you can see I now have 2 rows of reviews. How many are we going to show on mobile? The item spacing between each of these reviews. We can set that right here. We can then choose if we want to add autoplay. And what this is going to do is it's going to autoplay the scroll. So if we turn this on, let's say we want to set this to every 2 seconds, then every 2 seconds, this is going to go ahead and slide along just like this. So I'm just going to turn this off because this is annoying as we are editing. We can then choose things like the pagination, which is this at the bottom. Do we want to show this? We can choose the navigation arrows right here if we want these on or off. We can choose the swipe navigation if this is going to work on desktop or mobile, and that's the layout area. We can then add a header or take the header away if we would like. So this is the header right here. We can scroll through all of these different options. I really like these headers. I think these are awesome. We can choose what elements are shown in here. If we want to show the rating, if we want to show the number of reviews, if we want to add our own title at the top. So in here, we can maybe say our Yelp reviews. We can even add a caption beneath this. Then we can go down to the review section and we can choose the review style and how these are going to look. We can choose the source at the bottom. So we can see right here, this is going to change. I think this looks fine. Let's actually go for this one. Then we can go to style. We can change the accent color, which is going to change like these buttons and also this read more under here. We can change the font. And then down here, we can play around with all of the colors for like the background, the header. We can play around with font sizes as well in all of these different areas. Now, once we have this created and we have our Yelp reviews looking how we would like them to look, all we then have to do is click on publish in this top corner. And then Elfsight is now going to take us to this page where we can choose a plan. Now, the plan that we choose depends on how many website views your website gets per month. So we can see for the Pro plan, for example, this is going to allow you up to 50,000 website views per month using this widget. We also have this free plan, of course, and this is for if you have a smaller website, so under 200 views, or if you also just want to test Elfsight out, we can also do this using the free plan. Once our plan has been selected, we will then be taken through to this area and we'll be given this piece of code. Now, this code right here is how we are actually going to embed the widget, how we are going to take the Yelp reviews and put them on our WordPress website. So all we need to do is click on copy code, and then we want to go over to our WordPress website. You want to open up the editor and then go to the page where you want to add this. I'm just going to add mine to my homepage right here. I think this is a fantastic place for reviews. And then we just scroll down on the website until we find the section where we want to add this. So I'm going to add my reviews right here. Then all we need to do is click on this plus icon in the top left corner. And in this search bar, we search for HTML and grab this custom HTML element, and we just drag this into the site. Then we can click and we can paste in, and this is now added. So this code right here, this is going to completely disappear on the actual website. This is only visible whilst we are in the editor. So to show you this, we can click on save, and then we can preview the website right here. And now if we scroll down to where we added the Yelp reviews, just like this, we can see the Yelp reviews are now available on our website.